Hello, everyone. This is me. I wanted to come to. Oh, that's my dog barking. Okay. I wanted to come to YouTube. Oh, that's my dog barking. Okay. I wanted to come to. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring open GIMP. We're going to do some fun work here today. I know I just recently had a stroke and I had a heart attack and I've had other problems in my life. This is going to be some very important things. We're going to do some letters. Okay. Now, I'm going to try to get this to go live here. Okay. Let's share this here screen. I'm trying to remember how to do this. We want to do this program. Allow. Good. I want to talk about letters. Okay. Whoops. Let's see. We don't need that. We're going to do this. We got a letter here. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how we do this. Okay. You are sharing. Okay. We're going to put this up here. Okay. There. Can you hear me? Is anyone here? I hope to be able to share and talk with you guys today. Let's see. How you make stupid people famous? If you want to come up here, you can come up here. I had a stroke this month. I had a heart attack this month, so I'm struggling with speaking, but I'm going to speak because I'm very upset about what I saw in Texas today about a little boy being attacked by cops. And so, can you hear me make stupid people famous? I'm not sure if you can hear me. But today we're going to start with the letter N because I'm very upset with what happened. Okay? So, hopefully, I don't know how to get to that letter, but it should come up here. Oh, new. That's what I needed. New. There we go. Now we can do the letter. We're going to do the letter N. This is a very important letter. We can just make it huge. We're going to make it very big. There, everyone can see this here letter. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. There's the letter N. There's lots of words that start with the letter N, and some people think are really bad words because it starts with the letter N. has the letter R, I, has the letter G, also has another letter G, also has a letter E, and it also has a letter R on the end. And the thing is about that word, they say it's only if you are a particular color, but it doesn't matter if you're a color because you're being treated badly by these people who seem to think that they own you and that they can dictate to you and they can tell you what to do and what to say, and that you're to obey them at all cost. They will beat you, even if you're a child. They can beat you if you're an adult. They can hurt you and they can harm you. And it makes me very, very, very angry. We are gods of this world. We are gods. They are not our bosses. They are not our authority. They are body politic, but they are not our authority. Doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a dude named Trump. I don't care if it's a dude named Biden, or if it's some dumb dweeb name, what's that lady's name? Pelosi. I don't care what their names are, because all their names start with letters, and they're groups of alphabets. And YouTube seems to think that, oh, well, you can't use a word because it may sound badly, but it's in a dictionary, and that's okay if it's in the dictionary, but don't say it. They choose what you can say and what you cannot say. So that big N word, these people are committing crimes, and that using that word to I wish I could think of the word I'm thinking of, but I'm very angry after watching what I saw. The poor little children in our country. Well, you see, I don't feel like we are separate parted. Hold on, let me let my dog in. The dog wants in. Come on, keeper. Wait a second. Okay, come on. Inside. Inside. You're okay. Watch out. Watch out. Move. Thank you, little one. Sorry, my dog had to come in. They created all these religions so that they can keep us separated, so that they can cause us to be problems. Like, if I was born in India, oh, cool. I have a chow. He was outside. He wanted inside. But if I was in India, maybe I wouldn't have been raised. Hold on. I'm on the computer.
Yeah.
Talking to my friends.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Mom was here because I saw all the baby stuff out.
Oh, okay. No, I'm with my friends. So, if I was in India, I would be a different religion. Would have nothing to do with the religion here in the United States, which I was growed up in a Christian religion. While the Christian religion people abused me, were cruel to me, were criminal to me. So it doesn't matter what religion you are, what what they think of their gods or anything like that. Just like those cops who probably go to church, who then go to work and get paid to abuse and to commit crimes against other people. They aren't Christians. They aren't religious people. They're just more garbage. We live in a world full of trash. I don't care who they are anymore. I don't care. I haven't cared for years now, because love is our brother, our sisters, each other we care about. I don't care. I don't like the word Christian. I don't like religion. I don't like certain words because they are putting themselves on a pedestal, but at the same time harming other people. And I'm not saying everybody's harming people, but they are using those languages, those words, those symbols, those letters to cause harm. And today when I saw that young boy, he's just a minor, he's not even an adult, and he's being attacked by cops who said that they didn't want to do anything but talk to him. And he said, well, I don't want to talk to you. They should have walked away, but instead they attacked him. How do we keep saying that these people are our authority? They aren't. And why are we have any kind of authority? You know, oh, well, you can come to our country, and then turn around and tell them, oh, you can't be in our country. Well, guess what? This is Earth. We all live in Earth. This is Earth. Their world, that's man-made, man-created world. It has nothing to do with Earth. It's totally separate. Yes, exactly. That's what cops do, because they get paid to. Do you want to come up here with me and talk to me? Make stupid people famous? You can, I can give you this link for StreamYard if you want to. Oh, I need to copy. Sorry. Let me do this again. Whoops. I don't know how to do it now. Let's see. I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see. StreamYard. I'm not sure how to do that. I messed up. Okay. I'm trying to get the link back, okay, because somehow something happened. Okay, we'll just do it like that. We'll see what happens. Okay. Stay on page. Okay, I got it back. Hold 1 second. Copy. And I post it right here. Okay, there. I think there it is. There we go. Oops. Sorry. That's not what I need. Okay. I just need to do this. I got to pin it. There you go. All right. I'm really sorry. I'm a little stuttering because of my stroke. And there you go. There you go. Make stupid people famous. I linked it with StreamYard so you can come up. Hi, Anorak. There we go. It says device not connected. There we go. There you are. Hello there.
How are you doing?
I'm going to turn this down. I have it up a little loud. Just now realized it's really loud. Okay, there you go. Try that now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you great.
Awesome. I have bad service out here right now. I have 0 bars.
Well, I hear you very clear.
I'm out here in the mountains.
Good.
There's my cabin behind me I'm staying in.
Nice. And you have a dog. He said you had a dog.
Yep, she's right over there.
Awesome. I love dogs. Dogs have a way of keeping us peaceful and caring, and they're also protective. You know, they're loving.
Yeah, she's good.
And,
She's way too.
and I think animals are a way of us to be loving. They don't want to hurt people. They want to be helpful, but they also know within their heart and their sixth sense when people treat us badly.
Yep,
But
they're pretty good.
seeing those cops, how they attacked that young boy? I mean, come on. We have to stop this stuff. I had a heart attack. I had a stroke. I had hemorrhaging. I've had a lot of problems this month, and I had lots of wonderful people taking care of me, and very loving people around me. So to see when some people are harming other people just made me angry.
I'm sorry to hear about your heart attack. We were praying for you. I heard on a couple channels, so we did some prayers for you.
Well, I so appreciate that. And that's what we're here for. We should be here for the good of all, not to go out here and harm people. That is what's really sad. That's what's demeaning. It's demeaning, really is, because each and every one of us, we've been through too much. It's time to stop the harming of one another, you think?
That's our choice. Unfortunately, the world's full of evil people, and it's going to continue on until Christ returns, is the way I see it. But our choice is to not harm people and to educate people and love people, and I believe we'll be rewarded in the end for that, because here, even though you try to educate people, love people, you still get rejected, talked down to. People still treat you like crap. A lot of people, if they can't use you, they abuse you. But that's part of the suffering for Christ, is what I call it. A lot of people even get put to death for it, and I'm willing for that. It's better than suffering all the time. Somebody's going to murder me because I'm a loving individual, and here I am.
Right. And see, I grew up in the church, and they talked about, when Jesus come, but Jesus said something one time whenever he was on the cross, and he said that he was when he was walking with the disciples, he told them, I'm your brother. He said, I'm your brother. He didn't say he was God. He said, I'm your brother. So you got all these churches that have misconstrued what was said. And then when he was on the cross, he told the two, there was two thieves on the cross, right? And the one told him, well, what if you're God, why don't you jump down? And he didn't say he was going to talk to that other guy, but the other one, he says, sorry, my memory's messed up.
You're talking about the ninth hour.
What's that?
We're talking about the ninth hour. There's a couple of conceptions. Is any God? There's God, there's the Holy Spirit, and there's Jesus Christ. The Holy Spirit's a feminine aspect, God's
Well,
Godhead,
he told
and
him
Christ is the
right, and when Christ said he told him, he said he was, you don't belong here because you didn't do anything wrong. And and Jesus told him he would meet him in paradise. He didn't say in a few years.
The Dead Sea Scroll, the guy crucified next to Christ, his they called it that, but what he did is when Jesus put the money tables, that
Your voice is very blurry. Your voice is very blurry.
But the guy crucified with Christ, he was with them when Christ was flipping the money tables. The other guy was freeing the sacrifices because Christ was the final sacrifice.
But see, oops, you fell off. Come back as soon as you can. But yes, you're right. But the thing is these churches misconstrued what was said and brought him into, the churches brought him up onto a pedestal. So because the churches are able to mislead the people. There you go. How's that?
Hey, sorry about that. I have bad service out here, but what I was saying is Christ taught his disciples, he was the final sacrifice. That's why the sacrifice coming up by Israel is called the abomination of desolation, because Christ was the final sacrifice. When they build that temple and start doing sacrifices, it's an abomination to God because it's mocking him and his son. So that's part of prophecy that's coming up. And
right.
Christ
And see, that's
himself said twice, people came to worship him. He said, do not worship me. Get off your knees, worship the Father. Right. And they said, how do we, he taught the Lord's Prayer because they didn't know how to pray. He also said in the 9th hour, Father, why have you forsaken me? He didn't forsake himself. He is not God. He's the Son of God. He's in the Trinity.
Exactly. But, see, and I agree with you because he says, when he was making that comment, why hast thou forsaken me? Do you realize why he was saying? He was saying that I'm not God. I'm just a son. I'm like you. I'm your brother. I'm just like everyone else. He was he was letting everyone know that when you give authority to somebody else over yourself, you're putting yourself down. You're not lifting yourself up.
Yep, there's too much idol worship. Just like Ryan saying, like the government has claimed authority over all of us by creating a straw man, the birth.
That's and all why that. I just want to smack them all. And and like YouTube say, oh, you can't use the N-word. Well, okay, then don't use any word, right? If you can't use one word, then don't use no word. Because if one word is just as bad as another word, if you're going to use a name of someone, then that's just as bad as using a word. And this color can use this word, or that color can use another word. I say no word, no at all. Don't use any words because to me, right now, what I saw take place today, if you're going to mistreat people, you're going to treat them like trash. But yeah, I can't use the word because the word means trash. Oh, well, I can't use it. Oh, really? Are you serious? Because it's a bad word, then don't treat people like trash if you don't want that word to be used.
People need to wake up instead of tear each other down.
Right. That young boy in Bend, there in Texas, Fort Bend, Texas, He was a young boy. He said, the cop even said he hadn't done anything. He just wanted to talk to him, and the boy says, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you." So the cop should have walked off, but he didn't. Instead, he beat the child and attacked him and tackled him to the ground along with some other cops. That made them all criminals right then and there. And
They were already criminals.
I'm a white old lady, right? I'm unhealthy at this point, but for right now. But the thing is my heart break for that child because he's a child. He's
Yep.
not my child, but he's a young child, and he was just walking away, and he was not allowed to because some other dude, some guys thought they had authority. They were actual criminals. And I made a phone call to Fort Bend and everything to say my piece about that. Those men all need to be fired. No ifs, no ands, no buts, and they need to be criminally charged because it's wrong. It is just wrong.
Unfortunately, these corrupt courts, these kangaroo courts, they go by Article 1, Section 8, which is military tribunal, instead of going into civil court. And they violate people's civil rights constantly, and they're never charged civilly, and people don't know how to.
That's because people won't stand up to them. I've
Yep.
stood up in court I stood up in court with judges, and I don't care. I will tell them off. I'm not scared of them like so many people are, and it's heartbreaking because they will say they are all okay. If you take all hello, yeah, it's cooking meat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We weren't sure. There was a lid on it. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
It's cooking meat.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you.
That was my granddaughter. If we go into court, they say they're all officers of the court. You look up the term officer of the court, and it's judges, court clerks, police officers or law enforcement, and other court personnel, right? Well, if they're court personnel, and then they turn around and they say, "Oh, well, you have to have, a lawyer." Well, that lawyer's a court personnel too, officer of the court. So it's all of them against one of you. But yet you're not allowed to have anyone else come in and speak on your behalf because it's them against you. And that's whenever it's time for us to put our foot down and stomp on it and say, absolutely not. Go F yourself, all of you. Because I'm not saying we should be rude and mean, but by God, if they're going to be rude and disgusting and criminal against us, then we have to do the same. We have to do the same. We have to stand our ground. We can't sit there and keep on just going, "Oh, well, we're so sorry. Let us kiss your ass." We got to stop it. It's no more. I've done it. It feels great to feel that power in your soul, in your heart, in your spirit, whenever you are able to stand up and say, "No, you don't get to treat me like this no more." And when I saw that young boy, my heart broke because he's a young black man. And I'm not saying because he's black. I'm just saying because he was a young man, right? But they treat him differently because he is a particular color. But they don't want me to use the N-word. They told me, "Oh, don't be using the N-word." I said, "Well, then stop treating a little kid like trash." He's young. He's a young man. Little young man, right? If you have a little boy, he's growing up, he's going to be a little young man while he grows up.
Yeah.
We got to show them some respect and some love in this world.
Yeah, unfortunately, this world's wicked and full of wicked people, and it will be until it's destroyed.
Yeah, well,
It's what
I'm ready to
can do
destroy
help
it.
others.
Anyone ready to go with me? I'm ready to destroy it. I'm ready to start. I really like what James Freeman did with his questions today when he was talking on his channel, right? He's like, okay, so you're willing to violate my rights. Well, so long as you have get a paycheck, right? They're collecting public money, right? So that they can mistreat people and violate everyone's rights. It's wrong.
Yep.
It's wrong.
Yeah, the whole currency. You got to get rid of the currency, and you got to get rid of the lawyers, and you got to shut down the criminal courthouses. Bring back common law, bring back capital punishment, and bring back gold currency. You bring back gold currency, capital punishment, and civil courthouses that don't charge anything, we'll have freedom again.
Yeah. I kind of think that way too, because, like, all right, if locally you have, remember how it used to be with the judges were circuit judges, right? So if you needed a judge to come to your town or something, they weren't from your area, so they didn't know everybody, right? So you could bring different people. Plus, it was up to the people that had been harmed by somebody to decide
Now you can't get a change of venue or call out people with conflict of interest or any of that now, because it's all kangaroo court. They sit there and violate your rights in court, hold you indefinitely in jail, violate you while you're in jail, and beat you and tell you if you don't take your plea, they're going to kill you. And they do kill people. There's thousands and thousands of people die every year because the courts kill them because they won't take their charge because they're innocent, so they become martyrs. But you don't see any of that on the news except for people like that go out and talk about it. You know, I was tortured. I was treated like shit, and I was told I'd be killed if I didn't. After sitting there 19 months, being tortured multiple times, being forced drugs, all kinds of crazy shit in that jail. They told me that they were going to kill me if I didn't, take a double jeopardy charge of a violent crime that I never committed.
And this problem is not just something that is a problem with one person. This is a problem with the entire community. If you live in a town and you are tolerating this and you're allowing this, then you're okay with it. You're okay with what these people are doing.
I speak out about them all the time. I'm not allowed back in that place. They told me if I ever come back, they're using a drop weapon on me. And these people are really good at killing people, saying it's suicide, because they're the highest rated place of suicide in the state of Indiana, because the cops go around shooting people and putting drop weapons on them.
Yeah.
But
right. And I know how the drug enforcement have, and the police and the courts and the drug enforcement and police and everybody are involved in the drug war against drugs. And it's not a war like they say, oh, it was a cartel. No, those people were farmers. Those were original farmers when they were first growing marijuana or growing cocaine and growing stuff. They were growing crops that were also used to make medicine or to make
big pharma took over with government and pretty much turned us into tax cattle and punished us because they couldn't make extra money off it if we got it a different way. Then they started bringing in all the drugs and controlling it, and then doing control buys and setting people up to make even more money through their court systems. It's sickening.
Right. They called it drugs whenever it was actually medications and other additives for food and stuff. Look at what they do to our food.
In 1985,
is because of
part of our and 1985, my dad was in South America. He got to meet General Noriega. His job in the Army, what he did is they'd go in, they'd send in the Marines, wipe out all the farmers. After they worked for the CIA to create all the cocaine, they'd go in, they'd unload warehouses into the U.S. private jets for the Clintons, So my dad would load up the jets. Well, first he'd go there, he'd pick up all the bodies, move them out of the way, load up all the cocaine into the jets for Noriega and Clinton, and fly them back to the U.S. And that stuff's been going on forever.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're buying drugs, you're getting it from the government because you can't bring it on a plane, you can't bring it across the border. So if you got drugs that come from the government to begin with.
Right. And the thing is, though, is all the drugs they import or whatever are okay. So if we can't have the drugs, then why is the federal government allowed to have the drugs? And why is the FDA allowed to have the drugs and the DEA allowed to have the drugs? Because it's all
Absolute immunity.
it's all has to do with commerce. It's all commerce, commercial grade, every bit of it. And it's like a known drug house. Every freaking cop on the planet, everywhere, anywhere knows that a known drug house is not to be busted. They can't touch it. It's untouchable. So all they want are the people that are buying from there. Then they wait until they leave that house, and then they bust them if they've got anything left on them. Then they get arrested, go to jail, and then that drugs and those monies and everything get circulated right back to the known drug house. And
Yeah,
what's that?
when I was in Indiana, they killed some of my friends.
Yes.
I got a lot of stories about it, but what it is they'd have pilots. They'd fly to, say Arkansas to pick up exotic animals, is what they would call it. They'd fly in the drugs. They'd separate them between, the people, certain people, the mayor, the police, just different people. They'd all go in. They were all protected under, their secret oath, and they'd sell it and get it out into the community and make money. And people that screwed them over, they'd take blood oaths and they'd go around killing them. People they didn't like, they'd cut the drugs and kill them. And it was getting so bad that one week they killed about 28 or 32 people in our town with drugs because they didn't like the people. So they cut them all and started putting baggies of dope in their house and this and that.
Yes.
And somebody found one, turned one in, and realized it was cut, and all of a sudden the evidence disappeared because, it's...
Right. There's been quite a few military veterans that were, paraplegics and stuff, and that had been handicapped, and they were neighbors to other people that they wanted to deal drugs for them and stuff, and the people said no, and they would literally off them to try to force them. I have friends that no longer have their families because of what they did. What the DEAs did, what the courts did. My own sister, her ex-boyfriend, he was doing drugs and stuff, so they sent him. Instead of sending him out of the country because he was illegal into the United States from Mexico, so instead they took him from Washington State to Portland, Oregon, put him on the streets, and I don't care if they know that I know his name and all that they did and everything that they participated in, to put him on the streets to work for them. But they did that. And they're the ones in the wrong. They're the criminals. And that's one of the reasons why I get to walk the streets for free. And they shut their mouths and they stop and they leave me alone, especially if they do screw me over or try to. Then they step back and they go, whoa, we better leave her alone so she doesn't rat us out. But I already know things, and I try to tell people because I know that they are criminals. They are true criminals. These aren't good people. I hate people. Don't realize this. I don't hate them personally, okay? I'm not upset what they did. But they're so brainwashed and so dumb whenever it comes to why would you go and join the military and shoot somebody and harm somebody for some other man that sits in a suit in a fucking White House? You see what I'm saying? Don't be the dumbass that goes out there and harms other people. They wanted me in the military, and I told them, who do you want to die first, them or me? Because we ain't walking out alive.
Right. Yeah, it's people are brainwashed, and people brainwash other people and want them to fall into the same snares that they fall into. It's all a
Yes.
control grid.
I
But
don't want military. I do not want anybody in the military. I don't care what country they claim to be from. I just don't want them in the military at all. Stop kissing those asses. Those people, if we take every president, every leader, every governor, every king, all adult men, and say, look, you don't owe him an ass kissing. So don't party with him, because he just wants you to. It's a mafia. It's the freaking mafia. Every bit of it is a mafia. It's just, we just got to stop this crap.
you can't
I'm
stop
not going
it.
to be
It's going
alive
to go
much
until
longer.
we're destroyed.
Yeah, I'm not going to
We
be
can't
alive
stop.
much. What's that?
I said we can't stop it. There's nothing we can do to stop it. All we can do is be alert, be wise, try to avoid anything, any type of contact with any of those kind of people. Try to avoid them, and just keep our hearts and our bodies and our minds clean and clear, and try to live through it.
And we can quit speaking our mind. We have to speak our mind. We have to be loud and proud and loving and kind.
Yeah, that's all we can do. We can't stop it, but we can help wake up other people to it, so they don't make the same mistakes, and that way they don't get hurt, and that way they can live a more happier life until this world completely gets destroyed. But yeah, there's nothing you can do.
Every little step helps, I think. Do you think every little step helps?
I mean, the first time it got this bad, God destroyed the whole world. He flooded the whole world. And it's gotten to that point right now where mankind's ready to destroy the whole world. There's nuclear weapons, and they're probably going to be used all at once. Tens of thousands of them. That and the biological weapons released, and the robots and everything else, it's all going to be hell on earth. And hopefully I can leave this place before then, but who knows what'll happen. If I die here, I die here, but I'm just going to do my best to stay.
I don't want to die here before I help smack everything down. That's just how I feel. And I really feel that way because I want to see people happy. I want to see people smiling. And I want to see people going, wow, you were so right. Yep. Never had to kiss anybody's butt. We just had to be kind and to support one another, and even if we don't always get along about everything, we can just be to disagree without being so heartbroken.
Harmful. I've seen a post where they use United States code about inviting illegal aliens into the United States, how you can be up to prison for 5 years and up to treason, up to death, and all this that Trump was bragging about. Well, I said, I'm inviting an illegal alien named Jesus Christ to come here into the United States, and if you guys don't like it, then go to war with him. I'm one of his people, and if they throw me into prison because Jesus Christ is my king, and so be it. But if that's breaking the law, saying I'm inviting Jesus Christ into the United States, and let him throw me into prison.
Yeah. Well, Jesus said he was our brother. And when you really stop and really think about what he did and the things that he was able to do and how he treated other people and fed them, and he didn't be cruel to people. And he's supported and uplifted them without causing any harm. He wasn't hurting people. He was
really he clothed and fed people. The Samaritan, parable of the Samaritan and stuff like that. People don't realize that. Your government is completely antichrist. Everything that Christ has taught, the government does opposite.
Yeah. Hi there, Duke. Good to see you.
But hey, I'm going to jump off here. My battery's getting low. I'm going to take it in and plug it
All
in,
right.
but I'll jump into the chat. It's nice to talk to you, and I'm glad that you're doing better. And I hope your speech starts prevailing and you stay calmer from the videos. Don't upset yourself too much, even though
Well,
it's very upsetting seeing those videos.
yeah. Well, when I saw that, I think to myself, I have 11 grandchildren, and then I have a new great grandchild on the way, and my family matters to me. And
Mhm.
so, if my family matters to me, so does those sweet little boys. I don't care what color they are; they matter to me as well. And it's
Amen.
all the children. So it was
Yep.
good talking to you. Thank you. And I'm going to get better one way or another, even if I'm still talking and trying to work through my speech.
I know how it is. I had a heat stroke and never even went to the hospital, and my speech was bad for quite a long time. But
Well, we will
yeah,
work together one step at a time, one word at a time, one letter at a time.
all right. Take care of
All right.
yourself. I'll jump in.
You
Bye.
too. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Well, Agu, Ag, bye bye. Agu, I'm not sure how to say that. Agu, Kate? You're illegal immigrant. Look, I don't. My opinion. I used to think that what country we're from is most important. I don't think that anymore. I don't think we should be using people to hurt other people in other countries. But if we want to live someplace and eat food that somebody makes, good, go for it. Um, we need to get rid of all these stupid leaderships that think that they're better than everybody else, because I think Earth is different than the world. The world is man-made, man-created, and it's full of hateful, mean people. And yet Earth is full of wonderful people and animals, and we should be able to visit each other and to love each other and to live with each other. It's super good times when you have so many good people to. I was at the hospital this week where I have a wonderful nurse. She was from the Ukraine. She was just amazing lady. Then I had some from Mexico, and I had some from America, and everybody, and they was just wonderful people. And it shouldn't matter what the stupid boundaries are. It's how we love each other and take care of each other. Yes, he's very welcome, Duke. I'm welcome to all people, kindness and caring people. Well, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care how many fences they put up or anything like that. It's more important is that you're a good person, that you have a good heart. And today I saw some very, very sad thing. And I think it doesn't matter anymore. Those people are criminals. The ones that call themselves government are criminals. They are the ones committing crimes against us, against our children. Yeah, I've heard that there are some people not sure about being in Mexico. So you are welcome. Anybody that would like to come up here and speak is welcome to come and speak their mind and share their love for the world and this earth where each and every one of us can help one another. Shouldn't matter anymore. And everyone, I'm going to ask everyone to call. They didn't like it when I used the N word today because I told the lady it meant trash when I grew up. I don't know what the word means now. The N, the I, and the G, and the G, and the other E, and the other R. I don't know what it means now, but back when I was a kid, it meant the word trash. And that's what I saw those police treating that young boy when he shouldn't have been treated like that at all. He had not made no crime. He hadn't done anything wrong. And yet they come along and mistreat him. So I think what they're doing is criminal. And they need to be prosecuted. It's got to stop. Because I don't care what color we are anymore. Yeah, I don't care. I think a letter, a symbol, an alphabet, whatever you call it, it doesn't matter whenever it comes together and you put these different letters to words and you create a definition and make words. I messed up my words this month with a what do you call it? From having I forgot. Dang it. See, I can't even think of the dumb word. From a stroke. So I messed up my words with a stroke because I had a bleed in my brain. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's just a stupid word. Doesn't mean that it was necessarily bad or whatever. But I'm not happy with YouTube for wanting to stop me from using a particular word when it's just a letter, different letters, different ability to write sticks and stones. I don't care. I don't care if we're different colors. I was so white this week. This is funny. I will tell you. I was so white. And I was asking my doctor what was wrong with me why was my blood so poor and I had such low white blood counts, blood cells. And because I had hemorrhaged, and so I was super white. So then I had to eat liver and onions to help get my blood colors back up, my blood platelets, my red blood cells. So I have been working this week to get my blood richer. And my skin was so white. But you know what? It's okay. I didn't ask for anybody's blood. My doctor was just telling me, it was going to take me months and months and months. Well, guess what? When I told my daughter to make me some liver and onions, and she did, and I ate it, guess what? My blood cells started to go up. That's what's important. They want us to be sick. They want things to be wrong. And even though I do like the doctors and the nurses, they was nice, I also have to use my brain and use what's right for me to boost my system up. Yes, I agree with that too. AD, I'm just going to call you AD because I can't pronounce that name. But you're right. If we want to describe trash, we can describe trash. There are some amazing people out there. I like all the people I know getting to know each other on the internet. I know people in Africa. I know people in India. I know people in Australia. All different things that we can learn from each other. And like the people in Africa, they have the baobab trees. I never saw those before because they're words, they're letters. That's why CCC. And you are welcome to be here to kind of express yourself and know that we are not here to hurt one another just because we use a particular string of letters. Letters create words. Letters are just symbols for particular words. They aren't the ones that hurt us, right? We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt other people. But we are here to use those letters that are symbols that describe words that people gave definitions to. They aren't for harming, if that makes sense. Right. Exactly. And in France, a faggot is a cigarette, right? I heard that before. So that doesn't mean it's harmful, but then in the United States, it means it's, a faggot is some kind of person that has a behavior. But that's not what it means in France. So we have many different ways. Yeah, it is freeing because we shouldn't use it to be degrading. And if it is degrading, it's just in that specific context. But it's not because it's mean. We're not mean. We're actually good people. I know some people that were mean and also know that why they were mean and why they were angry, right? We should know why people are angry, and we shouldn't be understanding and then say, okay, you're right. It's wrong to be like that. I mean, I think, like, let's see, like what I saw today as example, those cops should all been picked up and put in jail and held there, maybe just for the day, and left sit there to think about what they did was wrong. And then say, heck, okay, now that you've done what you did, how do you feel about what you've done and how wrong what you did was? But no, because we still have too many that are sitting there going, oh, well, they can do what they want to do because they're authority. No, they are not. They're not our authority. They are not our parents. They're not our bosses. It's time we all step up and start going, no, you don't drag us into jail. You don't drag us into court. This ain't your job no more. When you're a cop and you're filling out the paperwork and you're going, oh, well, you're going to agree to go to court to see this judge. Well, that's that judge and that cop creating a court order for you to agree to. We don't have to agree to that. We damn sure don't have to agree to that, because just because they've created some kind of court order or agreement, that doesn't have anything to do with us. And that's where so many people are being sucked into bullshit. And I'm not happy with that anymore. I'm ready to start shouting from the rooftops what I know. I've been forced into court a few times, and then later on, I learned that I didn't have to go there. And I told the courts, and I told the lawyers, and I told everybody else to go kiss my effing ass. And I'm trying to be nice here, but I refuse to go. And I told him I wasn't going to step in there. So we have to just start standing our ground and refusing to obey them. I'd rather die on my feet than to be kneeling on my knees, sucking their feet. Yeah, I would like to have anyone that wants to come on the panel. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you. There you are, mister. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm a little sassy at the moment.
I can hear that. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, I hear you fine. You're great. I like your little avocado, man.
Thank you. So I go by aguacate.
Aguacate?
Aguacate.
Aguacate. Oh, thank you.
Agu-
Okay. I'll
yeah.
try to
So
remember
because
that.
it's almost like aqua.
Yeah.
Cate.
Aguacate.
There.
Aguacate.
Yes. Aguacate. Yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Yes. So I was listening to the conversation you were having with the other handsome gentleman that was up here earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am actually an illegal immigrant myself.
But I think you are a world god. Okay.
Okay.
We are of the earth. We are gods and goddesses of this earth. So we all belong here. There's no particular place we should be from or whatever. If you want to be here because you like being here, that's what you should be. Same with me. My family
I,
came from Ireland and England and Scotland and
all
Middle
those places.
East. So
Yes.
who are we now? You know,
Correct.
my
My grandfather came years ago. Years ago, he was gooning and he came here years ago
yes,
from Mexico. And then when I was born in Mexico, my parents wanted to come over here.
yes, and my grandma's side, my family, my dad was from uh, Cherokee, and then my other
Okay.
grandma, she had Indian, and
Cherokee, like the Jeep Cherokees,
yeah, like
the
the
tribes.
Cherokee, right, tribes, yeah. And
Yes,
then
yes, yes.
my grandma, on my mama's side or my grandpa's side, they had an Indian too, but I can't remember who they was.
Ah,
But does it matter?
it
We
doesn't
are
matter. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter because who even gets to decide who goes where, correct? Like
right.
we should. I like your theory of we're all gods of
God
our
and
own
goddesses.
location.
Right.
Gods and goddesses, exactly.
Yeah, you're a boy, so you're God, and I'm a goddess because I'm a girl. And
Perfect.
we grow in our elders. Remember how when we were children and they were our elders, and we were respectful to them, and they taught us to do good things and to look after one another and to learn from them. It's amazing to be able to do that, and then to look at each other. Like one of my ladies that took care of me, my nurses in the hospital, She was from Mexico, and her name was Delilah, and she was so helpful to me on many levels. I'm not a nurse.
Was she from New York City by any chance? I know a Delilah.
Oh no, she was here in Washington State, and she was
Okay,
she was from Mexico,
a
but
thousand miles away. Yes,
she was very supportive. She helped
she
me
looks so
with my
pretty.
food. Yes, she was beautiful. She was beautiful lady, and I had one lady nurse. She was from Ukraine, and she was so amazing. Um, each one helped me in different ways and gave me food ideas for my my blood
Is she the
sugar.
one who got upset because you used the N word to describe trash?
No, no. All my nurses was just lovely ladies, and the guys, it was my nurses. They was good too. I was very lucky. I was very, very blessed. Each one took good care of me. They started helping me with my voice because, those things they stick on you, those little stickers they put on
Right,
you when you do your
the
EKG.
needles.
Well, they do these little stickies and they have EKG so they can read your heart.
Okay.
And so they
Yes,
put
yes.
these little stickers on you, and I kept calling them chicken produce, and
Okay.
everybody
Yeah,
was laughing.
last time I was in the hospital was for I had an overdose actually for boofing. I don't know if you know what that is.
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't want to know, but I was boofing back when I was younger, and I ended up in the hospital.
Well, I hope you don't get mixed up with drugs because those are used to mistreat people. It's sad to
Oh,
see. So to if you can, don't play with those kind of things because they want you to get tricked into playing with drugs so that they can abuse you with it. And you are too beautiful of a soul and too beautiful of a God to be treated like that.
okay.
Always think of yourself as beautiful, as a
I
great
al-
soul.
I always do. I always I know I am a great soul. I'm all about positive vibes and about
Great.
good times with good people.
Yes. And we'll just keep raising above them so high that they will have to reach up to get us. That's
Exactly.
how I see it.
Exactly.
Make them
Okay.
chase us.
Make them chase us. Yes. Well, right now I feel as I'm being chased because um I'm currently hiding from ICE. They want to deport me back to Mexico, but I've been here so long I don't even know anybody in Mexico. My
Yeah.
entire life is here. So I'm very scared that they're going to deport me and I don't know what to do.
Okay, so let's just talk about that for a minute. What would you,
Okay?
okay, if you had to go back, like, do
Okay.
you have family there or
I don't
relatives
have
of,
I don't nothing. I don't have anything there.
you don't know anybody
I don't
there?
have anything there. No, I used to have my buddy Rooster, but
Oh,
my buddy Rooster decided to dedicate himself to being a cuck with his wife NTF. So now I'm by myself. He left.
yeah.
He left to lead a life of being a cuck, and now I'm by myself. He's the guy I used to boof with. So now I can't boof with anybody, and I'm afraid of being deported back to Mexico because I'll have no way to get back. I will have to smuggle drugs back into the U.S. That's probably the only way I can think of getting back.
Well, sometimes here's something I think about because sometimes we get stuck and something happens with us, right? Something that we don't expect.
Correct.
And so, um, like I had to go to jail one time because somebody made a lie about me that said I done something I
Well,
didn't do. So
What
they
was the
made a
lie?
lie.
What did you do?
They said I was bothering them, causing harassment. But I wasn't even in town that day that they claimed I caused harassment, right?
Wow.
So they got me in trouble with the law. But when I went to court, I took care of it, everything, and she ended up having to the lady that said I was causing her harassment. She ended up not showing up, so she got charged with failure to appear. Because she made a false report. I got
She did.
everything dropped. And I told her, don't F with me. I said, I'm better than you. You don't know how to play these games. And I can play these games better than anybody. And I
Wow.
said,
That sounds like a threat. That sounds like you made a threat.
I told her she screwed up by threatening me. She thought she'd get me in trouble. But
Aren't
instead,
we all
the
about
judge
not hurting people? What
and
happened to
the
not hurting people?
Well, see, that's what I mean by when you get put into I got put into the jail, right? Because she made a threat against me when I didn't even know that she
So
was.
you got out and you whooped her.
No, I did not. No, I didn't do
Whooped
anything.
that
I
ass.
told the judge. I told the judge in the courtroom that I did not do this. I did not cause her any harm, and that I had not done any harm. So he sent a warrant for her arrest for failure to appear because she didn't come to court. So she caused her
Oh,
own problem, see? And
she
I told
does. She
her.
does.
And so what I
That's
did is,
that's just like my buddy Rooster. He would always miss court. He's afraid
right,
of the police, and he was afraid of EMTs. One time, his wife had a
right,
serious medical emergency, and she was about to die. And Rooster
right.
allowed her to almost die because he had to
Oh,
hide
wow.
from EMTs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
which
I wasn't
I don't think
afraid
it's
to go
fair.
to court. I was not afraid to go to court because I had
Yeah,
all
you
my
shouldn't be.
paperwork and all the stuff. And since I had been at this other town to take my friend to her doctor, which was over an hour away,
Mm.
I couldn't be in the town harassing her at that same time when I was not in
Was
town.
was her name Jay by any chance? Because
Oh no, her was
I know of a
Cricket.
Jay that never goes to court.
Oh no, her name was Cricket. That was when I lived in Tennessee.
Cricket. Okay,
But I
sounds
just
about
told
right.
the judge, I said, I was not at her house harassing her, was not causing problems. She was jealous for me to be taking my other friend to um, the hospital or to the doctor. But each and every time we go through a situation like that, and what I ended up doing was I told Cricket, don't mess with me. Don't I, but
I'm sorry.
That's all right. But I
I'm
say,
sorry.
don't fuck with
Continue.
me because what I will do is I will stand up. I said, I don't bow. I don't kiss your feet. I don't
Don't
bow.
bow. Don't never bow. Never bow to anybody.
Right. And I said, but if you want friendship, you got friendship. But I said, don't try to sit there and play games with me because it don't work. So we ended up continue be friends. We ended up being
So
friends later.
cricket fucked up. Cricket.
Yes. And after she
Did you and
realized she
Cricket ever
messed
catch a
up,
fade?
huh?
Did you and Cricket never catch the fade?
I don't know what that means.
You ain't go heads up.
Oh no, we never. We after she realized she didn't get to play games with me, then we became friends again. But she was at first angry because it ended up costing her several $1,000s for not going to court
Mm,
and for failure to appear and to go sit for a
yeah.
week in jail and all that stuff. But I told her, hey, you're the one that did that to yourself by lying about me. So after we became friends again, and we did become friends again, and we
Okay.
took care of each other, and we were friends, and we didn't hurt
What do you
each
mean by
other.
took care of each other? Oh,
Like
I see what you. Oh, I see
sometimes,
what you mean. Okay, okay,
like
okay. I see.
sometimes, if she needed some groceries, or
Right,
sometimes
right.
she would borrow,
Yeah.
like say, "Hey, I
Eat
need
it
some
like
coffee."
groceries. I get it. I
Like if
get
she
it.
might need some coffee, and she'll say, "Hey, can I borrow some coffee?" I say, "Sure, no problem." Then another
Correct.
day, I might need some sugar, and I say, "Can I borrow?" We just kind of help support each other. See, like that.
Dreamy, Dreamy, can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I don't trust this cricket person.
Well, she was my friend, but she's moved away now, so I'm not sure where she's at.
Did she get deported as well?
Oh no, 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 no. She was American. She was from Indiana and born there.
Oh, she was from Indiana. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I have friends. I have friends in Indiana.
that's cool.
I have friends in Indiana. They're not doing so well right now. One of them, I think, just got cancer. Just got the big C,
Oh,
the
that's
C word.
sad.
Yeah, yeah, but she's kind of a cunt, so it's okay. She kind of deserves it. She very much deserves it. I think there was something wrong with her water heater.
Nope.
Um, that she had to keep replace. She had to keep replacing the water heater, and somehow that caused her cancer. I think the minerals that were going
Right,
through the water and the water heater caused her cancer.
right. Well, I will give everybody a benefit of the doubt. I will respect and give you a benefit of the doubt unless you mistreat me. And then I have a hard line. And then if
Well,
you,
it sounds like Cricket mistreated you, Dreamy.
well,
I don't want that to happen again.
she did because she thought she could be jealous and it would play her way. But when she found out that her jealousy didn't play her way, and that she ended up going to jail for a
Yes,
week, because when you get
that's how these people from Indiana are.
when you get when you get in trouble and you think, "Oh well, I'll just use the court to play somebody," right? And
Oh my god.
if the
Oh, I'm
judge,
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
all right, if the judge file or places a order for failure to appear warrant for your arrest because you lied to the courtroom
You lied.
use to use the the system against somebody, that's a criminal. And
I
since she
actually
did
did
not,
learn how to boof in
I
Indiana.
mean, yeah. Well, I don't do drugs. I don't try to tell on people for doing drugs. That's up to their problems. I do tell people, if I were you, I wouldn't do them, and that's the best thing. I think it's wrong that people play into that and then get used and abused for playing with those drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Each and every
I
person has to do their own life.
yeah, I don't know. I felt like we were having a good conversation. Now I feel like you're judging me, Dreamy. I thought we could be friends. But now I feel like I'm being judged because of
Oh
my
no, what
recreational
I
use
mean
of
is like,
substances.
okay, like if you don't want to do drugs and you want to be healthy, you know what I mean? You want to be your own healthy person. And then if you do decide to use those, then that's your
Y-
choice. I can't make your choices for you. You have to do
Yeah,
that
yeah. You don't have to
yourself.
judge. You don't have to judge me
Right,
either, though.
right, exactly.
I'm starting to
That's
think Cricket had a point.
well, Cricket could be. She didn't have to judge me either. She didn't have to go lie about me either. Don't lie about me and don't try to drag me into your shit, and then I ain't gonna stand my ground, right?
Yeah,
Because then
yeah.
I'm
Well,
not
maybe
gonna
don't
have
be so
to.
judgy, Dreamy. Maybe don't be so judgy towards people.
Well, I'm just
Okay,
saying I
maybe
couldn't make
Cricket felt
her.
attacked, almost how I feel attacked right now. Is it because I'm an illegal immigrant? You are now
Are
attacking me
you?
because of my drug use? I
Why
am.
you? why would you want me to choose what you can do and what you can't do?
I just don't want you to judge me.
Okay. Well, I'm not judging you because I can't choose what you want to do. What you want to do is your business. That's what's important, is what's important to you.
You wanna? Do you wanna boof some drugs together?
No, I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. I
Just
don't
a
do
little
that.
bit of drugs, Dreamy. They never
No,
hurt
I'm
anybody.
not going to do any
Expand your
of that.
mind, dude.
I'm not going to do any of that. No. If you don't like it, too bad. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to. And you can't make me.
I feel like you could really benefit from doing some drugs, Dreamy.
You're funny. I'm not going to do it. I will boof you, though. Watch this. Do you want me to show you how to boof? I'll show you how to boof. Goodbye. Did you see that? He boofed, guys. See how he boofed? That's how you boof the dude. You just boof him. That's how you boof. Did you see that? Make stupid people famous? We boofed him. I just thought that was funny. Activate. We boofed you. I do love you, but I'm just not going to do your drugs. Sorry. I'm all right. I won't do your drugs. I do love you, though, even if you are Mexican from Mexico. I do think you're an amazing person, but you have to get over trying to get other people to boof with you. Sam's, he's a boof. He's a boofa dude. I do love him, though. We'll be all right. We won't do drugs with him, though. No, thank you. No drugs. No drugs. Oh, yeah. We love Mexicans from Mexico. Some of them make really good food, too. And I really do like burritos and tacos and super good food that they make. Most of them make really good food. But yes, all words, all letters, all symbols. And for some reason, we have YouTube that wants us to pick and choose the letters we use and the words and the definitions and all that kind of crazy stuff. Yeah, with mail on top. Anybody that wants to come up here and visit and talk can come up and visit and talk. I am perfectly open. You can have this link of StreamYards at the top of the page. We do have many different people that have conversations and words. And I want everybody to know that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, doesn't matter. They all create words. They all create letters. And one is as important as the other, if not, okay. I mean, we got all kinds of words and dictionaries and StreamYards and YouTube. Yeah, think about that, YouTube. All these ABCs, you use them too. You use the U, you use the Y, you use the O, you use the T, you use the U, you use the P. You right, YouTube, yeah, B. You use the B and the E. So kiss it. Yeah, I think this is a perfectly great ability to use our letters and to talk about the ABCs and the definitions. Wonderful, wonderful words. W-O-R-D is a word. You can say trash, T-R-A-S-H-S-H. Or you can use that same word with the capital N and a capital I and a couple of G's. You know, those letter G's. And then some E's and R, you know, that. And that means the word trash too, people. Come on. Start using your brains. You can have a stroke like me and still have trouble with your words. And you can have a heart attack and still have trouble with your words and still make sense when you know what you're trying to describe and say. I'm disgusted with what I saw today, with people being mean to each other, with adult abusive men being adult abusers and criminals to children. I just want to go to Texas and stand outside with all the people in the city and run those dumbass cops out of town. Now we need to start having some people at least get that damn angry to go and say, hey, you no longer work for our police department. We stop that. We have to stop that. But it's not going to help until people get off their lazy ass. Right. A big R. Grr. Somebody, who did that? Anorak, did you boof our dude? Did you boof our dude, Anorak? All your gay friends are for Texas. Oh, you boofed their dude. Absolutely, don't mess with Texas. Don't mess with any of us. We love people, all people, but you don't get to abuse us. Not our mind, not our heart, not our soul, not our spirit. We will always, always love each other, but we'll stand our ground too at the same time. Well, Dominique, I try my best, and sometimes it makes me angry, and it makes me my soul cry, and makes me just break to see other people be so cruel. But at the same time, it also uplifts me to help me to lift my friends and to bring others up with me as much as I can. Yeah. We need love. We need this world to know, and we just need to be happy. We are on Earth. To hell with their stupid world, their man-made world. You know, I can block you because you know what? If you want to put your butt in your drugs in your butt, that's your business. That's not. We don't care. You can be rude to us. I'll fix your wagon. Watch this. I'm going to add him. There you go. There's my good moderator. My make people famous. He's my good moderator. He will can you. He knows if you're talking trash about drugs up your butt. He can just smooth you right off the page. See, he don't boof people. Well, look, you can be kind and you can be caring, or you can be gone. That's your choice. What do you prefer? What kind of people do you want in your life? What kind of people do you want in your life? Who do you want to uplift you and support you? Yes, letters can be turned into hurtful words, and sometimes we need hurtful words. We do. Unfortunately, there are times we do. But how is it being used? And that's what's important. What I'm saying is we know that, well, it's like drugs. You go to big pharma, I call them pig pharma, and you'll go and you'll put a diaper on your face because some dickhead said to. I mean, come on. Did you ever take a look at Fauci? Did you ever look at that puny looking little stinking sucker? And he's over here telling you to put a diaper on your face? I'm a mother. I put diapers on my children's behinds, not their faces. Come on. Don't tell me you're that stupid that you go out there and you do that. Look at what's happened now. Now they want to sue that man for the things that he caused. But everybody just bowed down and did what he wanted because he said so. He's not even government. He's not the president. He's nobody. Do you know I'm on disability? And I was on Social Security the whole time during that, and they never sent me a letter telling me to put a diaper on my face. Not once. And yet everyone sat there and listened to the WHO, the World Health Organization. Come on. How stupid. How pathetic. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry because you fell for the garbage. I'm angry that these people said, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that. And you just listen to them because you listen to whoever tells you what to do. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. That's what I got to say. Grow the fuck up. Stop acting like 2-year-olds. Those aren't your parents. They aren't your mom and dad. Grow up. Yeah, the Who, that's they're the band. Yeah, you should listen to them. Go listen to some music. Have some fun for a change. Hey, Frank, there you are. I love you, Frank. How are you? Yeah, I'm having one of my days. Even if I had a stroke, I'm having one of my days because it's time that we get people back together with reality and to stop people from hurting other people. And I was watching Texas today. When are you going to be on, Frank? Are you going to come up and talk? I love y'all too, Frank. You're one of my favorite people. Along with Midwest and Chill with Claiborne and oh, you're driving? Well, that's okay. You can come later. We have Dominique, and we have all kinds of nice people today. We have Anorak. We have wonderful people. We have Duke City Crew. He's one of my very good friends. Yeah, you'll be back. We have Stupid People Famous. He's a very wonderful person. I'm glad I'm doing better to make Stupid People famous. And thank you so much for being here today. Frank is my best friend, so you just be nice to Frank. He's my son. I adopted him as what I did because he's a wonderful person. I like Frank Perez. He's like my son. I adopted him in my heart because he's a good kid. Ain't that right, Frank? And we have Jody Fi. He's a good friend. I just want, if we adopt people just because we can, because we like them, it's worth it. It's worth making them good friends to our families. You have biscuits, Dominique. Do you want to be a moderator? We just really need good healthy people, and we need to bring healthy good people up in our groups. What did he say? Well, aggregate, you would be, but you wanted me to boof with you, and I'm not going to boof with you, so you can't be a moderator. Sorry. If you change your mind and become a better person later, we will let you moderate, all right? But right now, we're just going to put you on trial to see how well you hang out with us. We're always going to make sure that the people that moderate for us and everything are supportive with each other, because we know that you need support. I need support, right? And I want to try my best to make sure that we give you support and you give us support, and it goes both ways, and not to be harmful and hateful. Sam's a nice person too. Well, if you need that, then you need to go to a there. I do have family. I have grandchildren and great grandchildren and children. So keep your trashy mouth to yourself. I'm not interested in it. So show me some respect so I can show you some. If I don't get respect, you won't get respect. That's life. I want each and every person to have respect, so you can respect each other as well. It's important. There. There is some really amazing people out there, and I do thank you so much for your support. I thank you for the understanding about the words, the letters, the ABCs, whatever you want to call these symbols that we use, the definitions of words. It's extremely important that we're able to support one another. And also, please do make a few calls. We don't have to be hangry. We don't have to be hateful, but we can stand our ground. And today they didn't like me standing my ground, but I stood my ground. And the lady with the Fort Bend Sheriff's Department, she did listen. She wasn't a police officer, but I told her she was going to listen to me, and she did. And I did thank her for listening to me. After birth, she was trying to tell me I couldn't use the N-word, but I did. And I told her that it was because of the way that word was when I was a kid. I'm almost 60. And as a child, that word meant trash. It was not fair to be used as a bad word then, and nor is it now. But those men were behaving in a bad way, and the word was necessary to be used. And I called her and I let her know, and I told her to please pass on that information for me, because those men need fired. They needed treated. They needed to be in jail for what they did. When you commit a crime, I don't care. Because, see, to me, if the law is what matters, who cares about their policy? That policy has nothing to do with court. When you walk in that courtroom, is it a court of policy or is it a court of law? It's a court of freaking law. So we all have to start learning how to stand up in a courtroom and say, I object. That's policy. This isn't a court of policy. If it's a court of policy, then fuck you. I'm out of here, and walk out. Or you can stand here and this is a court of law and not a court of policy. Because who gives a damn? Their policy doesn't mean shit in a courtroom. What matters in a courtroom is law. So we got to stop letting them play their stupid mind games on us. We're not mental patients. We're real life people. And what I saw today was heartbreaking, and we've got to start calling them. Matter of fact, this is the phone number that one person gave me. So you have to dial 1-2-8-1-3-4-1-4-6-6-6. That's Fort Bend Sheriff's Department. And you can tell them that you did not. You can go look up James Freeman's video. Oh no, it was sorry, it wasn't James Freeman. I think maybe he might have covered it, but it was what's his name? Corruption report. Do you know who I'm talking about? The corruption report with oh dang, I better go look. The corruption report. Hold on. I have to go look for it. Hold on. I will find it. Corruption report. Corruption report. Okay, I got it. It was corruption report Justin Pulliam. That's who it was. It had it posted on their video. Okay, I'll show you. Let's do this. I'll show you the video. Okay, because this is very, very, very important. Whoops, that was messed up. Let's just drop this. Don't save. Drop. Okay, let's see. This is it. Just hold on a second, guys. I'm working on it. Okay, so we are going to go right here. There we go. Now we can do this. Okay. Let's see. And now we go to share. Okay. Present. Share screen. And then I have to go to share screen. Okay. We want to do Missoula. Okay, I hope this works. Oh, geez, is it going to not let me do the video? Let's see, I need one window. Let's see. Oh, how do I just get one? It's not going to just let me show one. Dang it. How do we do this, people? Let's see. Right here. Let's stop that one. I'm going to, no, you just go away. I'm kicking you. Sorry, mister. I'm not bringing you in. Okay. I'm trying to get this back in here. Okay, there. Oh, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out how to get this dude in here. Hold on. I'm trying to get this guy in here. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. And I need this. Okay. Now. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Okay. Let's try. See if we can get this. Okay. Start. Okay. Now. All right. Okay. Let's get this in here. Okay. Present. Video. I think. Screen share. Screen share. And select. And we want maybe. Oh, it's still not going to do it. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to get it to go in there. I'm not sure how to make it. Stop screen. Okay, Sam, I'm going to let you in. So, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dreamy.
Hi there. I don't know how to get it in, but anyways, the corruption report by Justin Pulliam is who is the one that posted that video on his channel where that young police officer was bothering this, or that where the police officers were bothering this young boy. And they didn't have any business, no authority, no nothing or anything to arrest him. So I just really think we're going to have to start putting a stop to a stupid authority, because they are not our authority. They're not our mommies. They're not our daddies. They have no contracts. We need to stop contracting with them. Throw their damn licenses in their faces. Just be done with their garbage.
I agree, Jimmy.
I trust my neighbors more than I do some of these cops.
My
And I'm not saying
my
all
neighbors are
cops-
great.
What's that?
My neighbors are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one
People
neighbor.
are-
I have one neighbor. He goes by Envy Cap Ryan. Yeah, sometimes we'll sit by the fireside, and he's he's had a couple seizures before, so I have to take care of him when I can. Because
Yeah.
he likes to drive. He likes to drive around town when he's prone to having seizures.
Well, you know, maybe he needs somebody to drive him around, to give him a ride. You know,
I will
maybe
do that.
Huh?
I will drive it. I drive him around in my Subaru whenever I can. I drive a Subaru
Yeah.
because I think I'm a lesbian, so I drive Subarus. And sometimes I like to howl at the moon. Have you ever
Yeah.
howled at the moon, Jimmy?
Oh, me and my friend, we went out one time, and maybe we shouldn't have, but we went out, we got drunk, and we was drinking, what's that, hot damn, you know, and then we would start singing who let the dogs out and barking as
Who?
loud as we
Who?
could. We was having fun.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Yes,
Who?
that's dog.
Yes, that's my favorite song. That's my
But-
favorite song. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Woof,
Who? Sing
woof.
with me, Dreamy. Who
Right.
let the dogs out? Who? Who?
Yeah, you know, my friend
Who
and I,
let
we
the
used to go
dogs out?
to,
Who?
yeah, we just loved having fun. We used to go hang out at the lake, go skiing, go
Yes,
swimming.
yes.
We did a lot of fun stuff back when I was young. But yeah, have
Can I-
fun,
Can I
help
can
each
Can I
other.
hear your howl at the moon?
Do I have a howl at the moon?
Yeah, can I hear you howl?
I said woof, woof. That's what I said if you said it.
No, that's more like a bark. We need a
Oh,
howl.
well, I have a hard time because I had a stroke, so it doesn't want to be too loud. Loud,
Yeah,
very loud.
I never had a
No.
stroke. I'm just I was born mentally retarded. I have a retardation.
Hey, you know what? They say that people are have mental illnesses and stuff like that. You know what? I think it's people.
Well, it's not an illness. I'm not ill.
Right, but what I'm saying is they want people to think like have dyslexia.
It's a condition, Dreamy.
Yeah, that's what
Jesus
they say.
fucking
It's a
Christ.
condition, but
Yeah, I'm
I
not
say it's
ill.
them with the problem, not
It's
me.
not a sickness. Don't make me feel like I'm
Right.
sick. It's just a condition.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like they said, my dyslexia is a learning disability, but it's not. I'm actually pretty good at learning. Do
Yes,
you
I
know
know.
when, even though I had this stroke,
Who
the
let the
hospital.
dogs out? Who? I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head now.
Right. But when I was at the hospital and because I had mixed up words because of my stroke,
Because the
I
stroke,
showed that the lady, the nurse,
haven't
I
been
was
able to
able to
stroke in a
draw my
while.
name. They want me to write my name forward,
I haven't
whatnot. So
stroked
I
at
wrote my
all.
name forward and backwards and upside
I'm
down and backwards
gooning,
and
dude.
right side up,
Yeah, I'm
all
gooning really
together.
hard. Yeah, I've been gooning ever since my last stroke.
Yeah. Well,
Have you ever tried gooning?
have I tried what?
Gooning?
No.
It's good. It's good. It's good for the soul.
What's gooning?
How do I explain it? It's like everything that feels good, you just hold it in. Don't let it go. You just hold it inside of you. You know what I mean?
So you mean like you hold your strength in, or do you your spirit?
Your spirit, you can say your positive vibes.
Oh,
I'm a big believer in vibes and all of them being positive,
oh yes.
right? And
Right.
I hold those positive vibes inside. And people
Yeah.
call that gooning.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, see, to me, I say you can hold those things near and dear, but also say if you want to, I guess, help to release them so that other people
No,
can
no
feel.
release. No release. I just hold them.
Oh, well, I like to release them because I know that it also helps to,
Okay. Then you're not gooning properly. Do you mean that might be what caused the stroke?
oh, really? Well, I like to share, and I do know that I want to help others to also, how do you say that word?
What's the word?
I'm trying to think of the word. Like,
Nigger.
well, that word is that's just a form of expression. It's
Okay.
not really a word that's necessarily bad nor good. It's an expression, and the fact that it just means trash or
That's all it means. Exactly.
garbage. It doesn't mean
Garbage.
it's anything of
Right.
anything specific, you know.
Yes. Like if I were to call somebody a nigger, it's because it's simply because I think they're garbage.
Right,
Right.
right.
Exactly. Correct.
And
So
in
what's
that
wrong with that?
word, if you take that word and you look at it from Mexico, it does not mean black. Does it mean like the color black? Like
No.
when we say in the United States that, it's a black licorice or a,
Right.
black.
You would never say it's a nigger licorice, right? Or like
Why not?
if I have like black children, I would never be like, oh, those are my nigger babies, and I live for my nigger babies. Like you would never say that.
Well, see, I have friends that was black and they use that word, and so did I.
How do
And
you
I
feel?
didn't
How do you
say
feel
it in a
about
way
white?
that was to take away from who they were, but also they knew to respect me and mine
Right. Yes. You
self,
gotta tell these
and I
niggas to respect
respect
you.
them and their self.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta tell niggas to respect you. How do you feel
Damn
about
right.
white men?
My best friend called me a cracker one time
How do you feel
because
about
I
white?
was so pasty white, and he said I was like dough.
Dreamy,
And
I
I
understand
said,
completely because I am also pasty white, as you can see. So, how do you feel about white men who
I don't.
marry into a different race? They might marry like a black woman or something.
Well, do they love her? Well, if they love her, doesn't that's all that matters, right?
Like he might say he loves her, but we know that's not true. You
Well,
know,
why not? Why
because
not if he loves
because
her?
I am of the belief that it is physically impossible to love someone outside of your race.
Okay, well, in my opinion, if somebody loves somebody, that's all that matters.
Dorothy went to get your insulin.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No.
I wanted to check in on you.
Just a minute. My daughter's here talking to me, okay?
Okay. Hello, daughter Dreamy.
Her name is Chrissy.
Hello, Chris. I have a friend whose name is Chrissy. But
Oh, she's
yeah.
my oldest one. She's my favorite.
Yeah, my friend Chrissy is known for bootlegging
My
videos.
first favorite. You're my first favorite. You're my first one favorite.
Yes.
She's my first Chrissy favorite
Yep.
Oh, Chrissy.
in the whole world.
Mm-hmm. That's what you told us. How did your blood sugar do today?
I don't know. I didn't look at it. I didn't check it.
Where's your phone?
My blood sugar didn't. I didn't have any blood sugar.
Let's see how it did.
But I was talking with these people because I saw some really sad situation where there was cops was being mean to a teenage boy that didn't do anything wrong.
Your blood sugar got really high. Would you hate for lunch?
I ate soup that Dorothy made, stew,
Okay.
and I did eat a couple of potato chips. And I've been doing mostly drinking water.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
That's a good song.
It's
You
such a
do
good
sing
song.
it well. So, what do you like to do, Sam?
Well, I spend most of my time gooning, and then I have what do I like to do? What a good question. Besides Howl at the Moon in the Daylight, I like to smoke weed indoors.
Is gooning kind of like meditation?
It's it's very very similar. Yes. You could even say it's a form of meditation. Correct.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, what a good way to describe it actually.
So what's your favorite like
I like to
process?
well my process is I have an infant child.
Oh yeah.
So and like his mother works and she provides and she takes care of everything. I do absolutely nothing. Um except I smoke weed all day.
So what are you gonna do to help to support him?
I don't. I just spend all my time on the internet.
Well, what do you want to do for him?
Nothing. I just let the mother just handle that. I'd rather just spend all my time just on the internet and just smoking weed.
Well, that's not very nice because he's going to miss you and he's going to need you to do things for him that's going to show him and teach him things that's fun for him to learn.
Yeah, well, he's too stoned to learn anything because I smoke in the house. So
Well, you're pretty sorry then if you're not going to help take care of your child. You know, I'm a mom too. I was a single mom, and their dads didn't want to help either. But you know what? My kids are fantastic because, like my oldest one that was just here,
Chrissy.
she's a massage therapist. She actually went so she could learn how to help other people with their bodies so they can get stronger whenever they get hurt and they need to go through therapy. And she puts herself out there for other people to be beneficial. And
Yeah.
if you have a child, your child needs you even if you don't think he does.
Yeah, well, he's here.
Well, I hope you take good care of your child and give him some blessings and
Well,
teach him some amazing things in life.
I make sure he like doesn't I make sure he doesn't move too much until his mother gets home and then she can take care of him. I basically just make sure he doesn't go outside or wander off.
Well, I do hope you teach him how to go fishing and how to play and how to, I taught my kids how to play in the mud when they were kids because when they're little, they don't really know how to do certain things. So I took them outside and I said, hey, turn on the water hose. And then they just let it run on the ground. I told them just let it run on the ground. And then when we stomped around in it, I stomped in it with them. And then we made mud. And then I got them some dishes. And we made mud pies and we made mud balls and just different things. And then the next thing I know, they were playing in the mud.
I'm waiting for my son to get old enough so I can teach him how to roll a proper joint and how to grip.
That's not proper. That's not proper planning. That's not having fun with your son.
Well, I will teach him how to grift.
And one of the things I taught my kids was how to go fishing and taught them how to reel and cast and hook a worm on their hook so they can throw it in the water. And my kids can go hiking and they go rock hunting and they also just enjoy kind of camping as well as doing other things that they like to do. But yeah, you guys with all your drug problems, I do really hope that you find something besides just drugs. I mean, I'm sorry, but when you're not there in your mind, and you're just all off in the drug life, you miss so much. It's up to you to do that, but still it's a big missing of life overall. What do you think about that if you just miss life? Oh good, you kind of ran away. Well, he decided to go away. He's beyond his limit. Yeah, you know, if we just lived in this world, in this mixed up, messed up mayhem on drugs, there's no life there. There's no fun. There's there's just nothing fun in all that. I'm sorry, but I mean, I know there's people that think that all there is to this world and this earth is drugs, but to me, it just seems like it's a waste of time. I really think that we live and we share and we can rise above all that. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't sometimes do some. I mean, I've smoked cannabis a few times in my life, and one point in time, I did smoke quite heavily because I was going through a really, really difficult time. But it helped me to slow my mind down so that I could think and so that I could, focus what was going on in my life. And then whenever I was fixed, is when I say fixed, whenever I was able to get through those difficult times, then I was able to just leave it alone because I didn't need it anymore. Wasn't what I needed to slow my mind down so that I could comprehend and focus and put my life back together. We all go through rough times. And sometimes these people, they just think that life's all about just getting high and they could care less about their children and love one another. They're just selfish. Sorry. Yeah. We need each other because without each other's support to help us get through difficult times in our life, and there's times we need something that will come into our life, such as a medication, or even if it's an herb or whatever that helps slow our minds and our thoughts so that we can get through this. We need that. Like whenever I was going through such a difficult time of getting my memories back from my childhood. I didn't have my childhood memories. I was abused so badly that I blocked them out of my life. And then I was so hurt by what happened and what came to my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, how could anybody live with that? And then after a while of a lot of hardship, I had my own child, my own daughter. She told me about meditation. And I was able to get through my difficult time and get on my path. Now I've had my stroke. Guess what? I'm back to getting on my path. I have to slow down. I have to think about the losses of my words and to get my words back and to become a better person again, get on track. But it's worth it. And I have all of you wonderful people that are really welcome to help me get back on my path. And I thank each and every one of you. Thank you for all your support, all your prayers, all your energy, all your uplifting. Yes, thank you, Serena. I know this is each and every time I'm on a new journey. We all go through them. We all get new journeys. Sometimes we get off our journey too and end up wandering off and then we get back on. It's okay. That's what life's about, being on journeys, going around having fun. That's right. Enjoy our remaining years, each and every year, each and every day. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to the words we have, the letters we have, the the opportunities. But yeah, Earth is our home. Earth is where we live, and the world is the cockamamie, garbly goop world that men make. Each and every one of us, I want all of you to know you're gods and goddesses. Each and every one of us are gods and goddesses. It doesn't matter about religion, doesn't matter about food, doesn't matter about anything. It just matters about the fact that each and every one of us are a living entity. Even without your body, you're a living entity. Because that's what I learned whenever I was 29 when I died. I learned we were living, breathing entity. Even without your physical body, you're an entity. And that makes you a goddess and a god. Well, I don't want to be a president because I don't want to be anybody's boss. I like being my mom. I like being a mom and a grandma and a granny because I'm a granny to my grandkids. But I don't want to be a president. I don't want to be your boss. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. Not your boss. You're your own boss. You know how to behave. You don't need me to tell you how to behave. Right? We are wonderful people. We can be the yeah. Well, at the hospital, I tried to tell them that even though some people think I was seeing things, but like I could see the sparkles, and the sparkles was like a little entity that left its body, and I could see because they just kind of have this way of. It's kind of hard to explain, and it just sparkles, and then they went all the way up, and they went up, and they went through a window. But I only saw it 3 times, so somebody must have passed away or visited somebody that was in the hospital that was already passed away. And so I called them. Well, it was kind of hard to explain or to describe, so they just kind of like were little sparkles or little sprinkles, But I did try to ask who they were and where they were coming from, but they didn't answer, so I didn't push it. I didn't argue about it. But you know what I mean? Whenever you get to know a living entity that no longer has a body is just a ghost. They are not bad people. They are still just who they were when they were living. I do try to be good sport. I do try. And also try to be a kind person. Yeah, we do try to be nice friends to everybody. But yeah, if you guys will check out Corruption Report with Justin Pulliam, especially the video that was like 9 hours or whatever ago, where that young boy was being mistreated by the cops. I would really, really appreciate that. And do check out James Freeman because he does also carry stuff because he's pointing out that everybody's kissing these cops' ass and doing what all these other retarded people want done. Come on, you guys. We got to stop doing that. It's just kind of, I mean, it's ridiculous. You have more rights than that. You don't have to obey these retards. I'm going to use that word retard. I hope that R and an E and a T and all those other letters are just as important and that YouTube likes them just as much as they do the Y, the O, the U, the T, UB, all that bull crap. You know, if YouTube likes those letters, then they got to like the rest of the letters, whether they like the way it's strung together or not. They are tyrants. I want to smack them around a little bit. I'm just heartbroken that what that child went through. Yeah, he may be a teenager, so what? He's still a child. He's somebody's loved one. That's right. We're neighbors. We are good people.
It's
Hey,
snowing
look at here.
outside.
Hey, I got my friends on here. Say hi to Boogus. This is Boogus, my daughter, my younger one, my other favorite. I told him Grizzly was my favorite. Oh, did you feel good getting home, get a shower?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it's snowing, so it says it's gonna snow all night. Smells really
Dominique
amazing in
say
here.
she clapped and gave you some hearts.
Oh, yay!
Really wonderful people. I had to do this, come on and talk to people because what I saw happen in Texas. And
Oh, yeah.
a young boy got mistreated because cops think that they're the bosses. You know, today when you was flipping them
Oh, yeah.
cops off, yeah. So, but in Texas, these boys he wasn't even being rude, and they was treating him bad. So, yeah. And it's okay if you want to treat people rude. She said positive vibes only, Dominique. Little hearts. I like those hearts too. Yeah, y'all are wonderful people, and I
Love you,
really
Mom. I'll see you
appreciate that.
later.
Okay, did you get my medicine?
Yeah.
Okay, is
Yeah.
Crystal giving it to me?
Yeah, she has it.
Okay.
I got to look at her car.
Oh, did you see her car, huh?
Mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
she got a new car. Ain't that wonderful?
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's really wonderful.
All right, love you. Bye-bye. That's my baby daughter. See, I have 3 daughters and 1 son. My son's going to be here soon when he gets off work. Then I'll have to go for a while. Matt, I'm in Washington State, up in the southeast corner. And so we just now getting snow for the first time this year so far. And it's right now in February 4th. And we got our first snow last night on the 3rd. And the 4th, right now it's snowing a little more. Oh, it's 32 years old. My son is like, well, she's 39. And so my son is 39. 37, I think. And she has my baby granddaughter who's a year old, and my other daughter who is 39. She has my grandson that's 6 months old. That's how old my kids is. And then I have a granddaughter who's going to have me a great grandbaby in May. Love you too, Anorak. Please do be safe this evening. It's kind of cold. I really do try to be as loving to my children as possible. I didn't have the best of love, but I don't care. I loved my children. They were worth having. It's cold there. Poor thing. I will have to go soon because I have to finish dinner. I'm making braised chuck roast. If anybody ever made braised roast before, it is really, really good. You'll really enjoy it. So, and I do have to go finish making it. I just wanted people to think about words and letters, and each letter of a word is a symbol, like, come on, a lot of this stuff is crazy. And they want us to say, oh, well, you can say this word, but you can't say that word. So we'll see. We'll see if YouTube likes the letters N as well as they like the letter Y and other words, other letters that they claim to like. Crazy people. I don't know. I was quite irritated. I was super irritated with it, true. I was. It does sound delicious, unindoctrinated. I'm quite ready to eat it. Gotta make some more. I think my daughter's gonna make some mashed potatoes to go with the gravy. Oh, yeah. No drugs, no alcohol. Well, we used some wine in our braised steak tonight, and that's for our dinner. But it loses its alcohol when it cooks because it cooks off. I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore. I kind of quit. Wasn't worth it to me anymore. But they do say that alcohol to us a little bit is important for our physical health. Like some people, they say that wine supports their health depending on the type of conditions they have. So I don't say all of anything is bad, but we do need to, know the healthy components supports us. What's limpa? Yeah, yeah. With what they're calling drugs these days, those are really, really, in my thoughts, are not drugs that are supportive. Herbs and spices and things like that in small amounts that they claim are like beneficial to. Like right now, I'm really struggling because they say I have blood sugar problems. I have a heart. I have to have 2 more surgeries or at least another surgery to open up my heart in 2 more spots. And I have to have a hysterectomy. So I'm having to go through some serious medical procedures. And so maybe my blood sugar is because of my other health issues. So we'll see. We'll see. One step at a time. Yeah, I have friends that have had mushrooms. I have not done that kind of stuff. But I've heard that other people that ate mushrooms ended up stopping drinking and stopping doing other things that were not healthy for them. So I don't know. I think each and every person has to find what works for them and in different respects for what's beneficial, right? A benefit is something that is good for you, in my opinion. So if it's a mushroom, then maybe that's what you do. Me, I'm more scared because I have issues with certain things, like even regular medication. Like right now, I'm taking the kids' children aspirin because they say I need to have thinner blood, and yet I'm allergic to aspirin, so I am very, very careful that I'm taking it. I'm watching in case I break out with any kind of hives. Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I heard that sometimes people that have mental blockages, and when I say mental blockages, I mean like problems with uh, using their mind in their, I guess, ability to, what do they call that? Dang it, for some reason, my mind's starting to falter. Um, like meditation. So if they have blockages in meditation and stuff, they can use mushrooms that help open their mind's eye. And in that way, they will learn more to become a better uh, person with in their day-to-day thinking. Yes, my daughter, she's gonna be helping me do some cooking, so I'm gonna have to get out of here soon. And I might come back later tonight. But today earlier, I was really upset when I came. I wanted to speak about the letters. I wanted to speak about our ABCs and stringing these symbols together, creating words that have definitions and using dictionaries and stuff, because they want to pick and choose what words we use. And that was my main reason for coming, because what I saw taking place as criminals, cops behaving as criminals. And when you go into court, that's not a court of policy, that's a court of law. And I really wanted at least everyone that I talk to maybe to be willing to, if they end up in court at some point in time, that they tell the court, I object on the grounds that policy is not law, and if this is a policy of law, then, or if this is a court of law, then policy has nothing to do with this. And that cop over there committed a crime, and he needs to be charged as a criminal, not as a policy. This ain't policy. This is, a law. This is court of law, not court of policy. We got to stop them from playing their stupid mind games. We're smarter than that. We need to look out for each other. Okay, Matt. And I'm going to come back, I think, because I need to practice with my voice so that I can help get my uh I got to get my mind back to working from having a stroke. Also need to get back to being better because of my having my heart attack. And just because I love all my people and all my friends, all of you guys, each and every one, I adopted you in my heart because I love you, and I'm grateful to get to know each and every one of you. It's amazing to me. You guys are wonderful. You are fantastic. And just keep being the best you can be. Doesn't matter who you are. You're a goddess to me and a god to me. You're wonderful, each and every one of you. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out for now. But y'all go ahead and come back later tonight if you want. Yes, I do unindoctrinated, and I will take and be careful and be restful when I need to, all right? I love each and every one of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I will try to come back later today. All right. Have a wonderful night, peoples. Love you. I'm blowing you kisses. Goodbye.